So this is my daily ritual. This is a 10 to 15 minute practice that has the potential to absolutely improve your life exponentially. So listen in. If you just go to my website, it's murf.com.au/daily-ritual. You'll see this page here. So essentially this is a printable PDF that you can use. But in reality, I actually just use a notebook and I just write it down. So this is here for you if you need it as reference, but I just recommend grabbing a notebook and I'll explain what you'll do in that notebook as we talk through this. So in the morning, you'll see here on the daily ritual, there's a morning and there's an evening. So in the morning, we've got this list down here. It's GGGOAB. That's how I remember it. In my notebook, I'll just start the day and I'll write those things down so I don't have to worry about printing this out. So you'll notice over to the right there's a bunch of tick boxes. I'll come back to that a little bit later on, but they are super important. And we can just write those in our notebook as well. So essentially, this daily ritual, this morning ritual, is setting yourself up to tackle the day intentionally, the way that you and the person that you want to become would like to approach your day. So we're starting with gratitude, and there's 3 lines, 3 tick boxes. So anywhere between 1 and 3 things that you're grateful for before you get out of bed. Don't overthink this. It doesn't have to be the deepest thing. It can be the fact that you're in a warm bed. It can be that you've got a coffee. It can be that the sun's shining, whatever it is for you. And it can be something deeper if there's something relevant for you right then. The next is goal. So these are, again, 1 to 3 goals that you want to achieve that day. Also, don't overthink this. Don't make them massive goals. Make them achievable goals, relevant goals, things that are important for you to achieve that day. And then on to the next one is growth. Growth has the potential to be a really powerful start to your day. Growth is one thing that you can do that day that will move you closer towards the person that you want to become. Take your time, think about that one, and make it count. Next is outside affirmation, breath/movement. Getting outside as close to your wake up time as possible. This resets our circadian rhythm, helps us to start the day fresh, starts a cascade of hormones for our body to get ready for the day. And it also helps us fall asleep better. So getting outside, not staring at the sun, but just getting outside in direct sunlight, ideally, looking east, looking towards the sunrise, but not staring straight at the sun. Affirmation, this is a daily affirmation. There's another tool that I'll link somewhere around here that you can, if you don't know what your affirmation is or you don't know about an affirmation, this is a really powerful tool. Just a daily affirmation that we can say, again, that is something that we have thought of when we're in a clear state of mind. It aligns with our values and the person we want to become. And we remind ourselves every single day so that we go into the day with the person that we want to become, those values, those characteristics, the way we want to show up, front of mind, so we're more likely to behave in those ways. It's not the hippie woo stuff. It's real and it works really, really well. The next one is breath/movement. So doing some level of breath work. It doesn't have to be long. It can be 60 seconds, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on what you have available. And I've got breath/movement because both of them essentially are important. And depending on what your routine looks like, you can do either both of them or one of them on different days. And so movement doesn't have to be huge. It can just be a 3 minute, a 5 minute, a 10 minute practice of just moving your body intentionally to get your body physically and physiologically prepared to start the day. So that is the morning routine. Super, super powerful. Now moving into the evening routine, and there's gratitude, empathy, and mindfulness, or GEM. Now that comes from the Resilience Project, which is an amazing book I recommend to everybody, Hugh Van Cuylenberg. So now finishing the day, as you go into bed, in your bedtime routine, between 1 and 3 things that we're grateful for that day. So what are some things that happened that day? The next one is empathy. And with empathy, there's a few different ways to look at this. This is thinking of moments where you can be empathetic towards somebody else. It's an act of kindness that you could have done that day or that you plan to do the next day. Hugh gives the example of an athlete who would go to a homeless person and give them a meal for the day. The way it's worked for me in the past and that I've helped other people with is if there's any conflict in their life, ex-partners, work colleagues, current partners, whatever it is, to practice active empathy towards that person. So doing your best to understand where they're coming from more deeply. And this is beautiful for your relationship, but also it helps us to reduce the conflict, to reduce the animosity, whatever it might be, and it brings us down as well. So super powerful tool there. And then mindfulness, again, this is quite individual. This can be sleep meditation. It can be journaling. It's anything that's going to bring you into the present state right then. It can just be a breath work that's going to prepare you for sleep. So gratitude, empathy, mindfulness, great way to finish off your day. And so now talking about those tick boxes, at the end of the day here, this is where we actually go and tick those boxes. So if we look back at the morning and we've got 1 to 3 gratitude goals, we tick them off if we've done them. And if we haven't done them, this is an opportunity to turn the page and we put them on the next page. So that one seemingly simple action, that actually helps us sleep better. So often if we've had things that we had an intention to get done that day and they weren't done, it can be sitting in our subconscious. And as we sort of early in the morning, 3 a.m.-ish, when we're starting to sort of come in and out of sleep, if it's coming close to the surface, then that is likely to wake us up and we can't get back to sleep. But if we either tick that box to say that it's done, or we physically turn the page and write it down. So now we've actioned that. We've done something about that task. We've moved it to the next day. So it allows our subconscious to relax, which means that our sleep is more likely to be uninterrupted. So we go down, we tick all those boxes, and that's it. There's a note section down the bottom, just anything that came up that day. If there's something that a quote you heard, something that was really important, an event that you think was amazing, just write that down. Again, this is just a history of the things that are important to you. I hope that helps. Really do get stuck into this. When you first do it, it might take 10, 15, 20 minutes. Once you get comfortable doing these tasks, it can take you between 5 and 10 minutes each time you sit down. And honestly, I can attribute this to being one of the most powerful tools that helped me get through the deepest moments of my challenge. And I'm offering it to you guys. Take it, use it. I hope it brings you peace, and I hope it brings you clarity, and I hope it improves the quality of your day and the quality of your lives. Let me know how you go. Enjoy.